From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing now is Mahomes. Rolling to his right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 2 yards on the touchdown there, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And the lead is now 24. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. 3rd and 7 now. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 72 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. They'll try and run it here. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the 2nd half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And some room to work down the left sideline, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
He's got a man complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 65 yards. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. They're going to keep it on the ground. But he will not make it into the end zone. He stops short, and that might spell an end to their chances as this stays a three-score game. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it.
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been to extend the lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And all the Chiefs have it. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Mahomes now on 1st down. He finds McKinnon, complete. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Right back to him on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And we are inside a 2-minute. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Mahomes going to throw it here. Flush to his right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and then trying to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Mahomes' throw caught by Tony.
Now another timeout called. 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. But he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And some room to maneuver. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.